Hello, fellow vapors. Crash with crashvapes.com. Today I am here with a e-smokytreats.com Phoenix Rebuildable Atomizer. And this is a stainless steel and plated copper. So it's a little bit of both in there. I believe that the outside is the plated copper and then the base is stainless steel. It does come from e-smokytreats.com. He sells them on his website for $12.99. I think that's what it is. Yeah, $12.99, has them in stock. I did get this one for free. Just wanted to say that out front. He gave it to me. Didn't tell him I was doing any kind of reviews on it. Just gave it to me, told me to try it out. Told him I'd try it out, see what I thought about it. And I must say I do like it. I was a little skeptical at first. I've become so accustomed to my Orion and my Zen and the other tank systems that I'm using. But, this thing for being a rebuildable atomizer, it works really darn well. And as you can see, the finish is nice. It's that brushed stainless look. Let's see if I can get this to all focus in on it. Yeah, brushed stainless look. There we go, turned off autofocus. Has a 510 style drip tip on it. And comes apart right down here at the base. You just hold that bottom, unscrew the top. And the very base down there, there's a little O-ring type gasket to help keep it from leaking out. As you can see, it comes with a silica wick on there. And the coil is to be anywhere between 2 and 2.5 according to his website. So it can vary a little bit between 2 and 2.5. This one was ohming out at 2 to 2.1 for me, and then I had it jumping around. I don't know if it was just my Lambo tube acting up or whatnot. But it's pretty straightforward, pretty basic. You've got those two little Phillips screws in the very top there. Coils attached to that. Wick goes down each side. It's a silica wick, just like in any of the Cardos that have those wicks going down the side. You know, the top coil Cardos. Anyhow, throw it back together. Throw it on this Lambo and show you guys what it does. Just screw it on, take your device, screw it on there, and I'm at 4.5 volts on this. We'll just have a Vapor 5 or something like that. As you can see, plenty of vapor, tastes good. No complaints about any flavoring issues at all. I mean, I use the Max Blend Freedom Smoke USA Max Blend, as you guys all know, and it tastes just like in any of my other devices for the most part. I think that out of the stainless mesh you can get a little bit cleaner flavor, but really the difference to me isn't all that much. It tastes good. I did read a review on his website that said the guy gave it a 4-star, said it would be a 5-star, but he found that if you leave it on its side, it leaks out. I can see that happening because in the bottom, it holds probably a 0.5 mil to maybe 1 mil of liquid. And if you lay it on its side, there's nothing that holds that liquid in. It's just going to all come pouring out the bottom. So there's, pouring out the side. And then if you have your air hole facing down, it's just going to come and drip right out that air hole. But otherwise, everything seems pretty good with it. Try it out again here. As you can see, you can lose me in the vapor. There I am. So yeah, it works really well. And don't be like, I don't know if you guys can tell in the video or not, but my Lambo tube's crooked. I dropped this thing with a VV tank on it, I think, and it landed about like that. And it bent the connector down there in the bottom. So any device I put on here, any atomizer I put on or cartomizer looks crooked because it sits on there crooked. But this thing works pretty good. Still showing 2 ohms, which is where it should be. And my battery's got 4 volts coming out of it. Crank it up to 5 here. Wait, let me check and make sure. Got enough liquid in there. Might need to top it off a little bit. Yeah, it's starting to dry out. Now, if you can see, yeah, you see down at the bottom, you've got a little reservoir area where you can get juice to stay in. And I haven't added a whole bunch to this guy. Okay, now that's just about to the top. I don't think I can really tilt it without it spilling out. But that was maybe a half a mil, so not a crazy amount of capacity, but I don't think it's necessary with something like this. And I was at 5 volts. Let's crank it to 6 volts for fun. See what happens. Doesn't dry out at all, which really surprised me. I thought that at 6 volts, I thought it would dry out, and you get that really harsh draw off of it, but it's actually not. Super thick vapor. Let's just see how that wick looks. Oh yeah, it's still fully saturated. Let me see if I can get this to focus in here. You can see the juice almost right up to the top. And the wick, it wicks. Yeah, there's, I mean, you can see it drying out now a little bit. But that's pretty darn impressive. I mean, it doesn't dry out much. And you can see it's already starting to wick back up. So this thing's a performer. I'm definitely impressed with it. Like I said, I thought that it wouldn't be as good as it is. I'm so used to my Orion and my Zen and my other rebuildable tanks that I thought this was just going to be kind of a letdown. But as you can see, it's definitely not. Anyhow, good device. If you're interested, go check it out on e-smokytreats.com. And thanks for coming by. If you have any questions, feel free to post a comment in the YouTube or on my blog, and I'd happily reply. You can also find me on the ECF at Crash Test 22 on the ECF. That's it. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one.